Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another combat analysis video. So today I'm going to be going over the concept of inertia in God of War Ragnarok. Now, the topic of inertia spans through a few action games I've played, like Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 5. And today I'll be analyzing what inertia is in God of War Ragnarok and the many ways we can achieve it. So let's get started. So to start off, you guys might be asking, what is inertia? Well, right here it says, a property of matter by which it remains at the state of rest or in uniform motion in the same straight line unless acted upon by some external force. So what you want to get from that here is that inertia will keep our momentum through a combo, allowing us to instantly follow the enemy even after the knockback of an attack hits. So an example of that in God of War Ragnarok would be this. So as you guys saw in the clip, as the knockback of Kratos' final punch hits, we can follow through to the enemy, causing a slide-like motion to occur. So now that you guys know what inertia is, I'm going to break down all the different ways that we can achieve it during the combat. So the first two methods I'm going to show you guys are the two most accessible versions of inertia to learn, which is the R1 slide punch and the Spartan kick axe recall. So we're going to start off with how I did the clip you guys just seen. So you want to start off as Barehand Kratos, and all we have to do first is punch 2 times by pressing R1 twice, or whatever you have for your light attack. So after you do this, you want to input dodge, triangle, and then R1. So this should have Kratos take out the axe during the final 3rd hit of the Barehand combo. Now for the last step, all you're going to have to do is put the axe away with the right D-pad as soon as it fully enters Kratos' hand. And the moment that Kratos hits the enemy with the final punch, you want to press R1 again. And this should initiate the inertia slide punch. So this is possible due to the axe recall during the Barehand combo, therefore resetting the combo as a whole and pressing R1 again will initiate the punch that comes out in a single frame, causing Kratos to follow the enemy. So the next variation of this would be the previously mentioned Spartan kick axe recall, which we can achieve just by starting out as barehanded, then pressing dodge, triangle, and this time R2 instead of R1. So this should bring out the axe during the Spartan kick animation, and in order to gain inertia from this attack, the same rules will apply. You need to immediately put the axe away once it enters Kratos' hand with the right D-pad. And the moment that Kratos kicks the enemy, you want to press R1 to follow it with the inertia slide, just like before. So now we can put together what we've learned so far and combine both methods into one combo. So guys, for the next inertia method that we'll be going over, it's my personal favorite, and that is the R1 wave finisher, or the frozen inertia into the R1 slide. So for this inertia method, we're going to be needing the Stonecutter's Knob axe pommel because it has a certain ability that we're going to be using. And so the beginning steps are similar to the beginning of the previous one. We're going to want to input R1 twice, and then press dodge, triangle. But now, what's different about this one is that the moment that the axe enters Kratos' palm or hand, you have to press R1 and then right D-pad simultaneously. So this should cause the R1 combo finisher wave to come out, while also switching to barehanded at the same time. Now all we need to do from here to gain inertia is follow it with the R1 slide. So this works consistently due to the R1 wave finisher's hitbox that also is colliding with our R1 slide punch that comes out in a single frame, allowing each attack to combine hitboxes. So this will also work with the attack Frozen Breach, as that move's AoE hitbox can also combine with our R1 slide. Now for the next method to gain inertia is the returning storm cancel into barehand slide. So this might sound complicated, but really it's not. So I highly recommend you guys listen and learn this. So in order to do this tech, we're going to have to know how to do the returning storm cancel, which we're going to achieve by pressing dodge, triangle R1, then immediately press L2 and R2 for a heavy axe throw. Now, if you guys are having trouble with this, keep in mind that you can also do this during the Spartan kick axe recall method if the R1 method is too difficult for you, or even any of the barehand attacks like this. Now, after Kratos throws the axe in this stance, you want to wait for the axe to be just a little bit in front of him, then together press L1, L2, and R2 in that order, and if done properly, you should achieve the returning storm cancel. Now, where the inertia comes into play is that we can actually switch to any weapons at the peak of Kratos' jump, but for the inertia to occur, we need to switch to Barehand at the peak of Kratos' jump. And if we are touching the enemy, the moment that returning storm knocks back the enemy, you want to immediately press R1 for the inertia slide punch. So that was the returning storm cancel into inertia, and now we're going to be looking at the Pride of the Frost cancel into inertia. So I've only recently just discovered this, so there may be an easier way to do this that I'm unaware of, but to start off, we're going to want to do Guardian's Fury Axe Recall, which if you don't know how to do this, I do have a tutorial, and it goes very in depth about what we can do with Guardian's Fury Axe Recall, and so I'll put that right here. So if you guys want, you can check that out. So let's get back into it. So we want to start with Guardian's Fury Axe Recall. Then you want to tap L2, but hold R2, so this engages a heavy throw. But we don't want to throw the axe just yet. So once you tap L2 and hold R2, you want to keep holding R2 while also pressing R1 to initiate light axe melee attacks. So after the third R1 melee attack, you must release R2, then tap R2 again, which should bring out Pride of the Frost. Then we could immediately go into the R1 slide inertia. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you learned something and got something out of this. Inertia is an interesting topic to discuss among action games like DMC or now God of War, for example. So hope you guys got something out of this, and if you did enjoy, please consider liking or subscribing. That would mean a lot. And peace out, guys.